So at Orthopedic Rehab Specialists, we're very humbled to be honored with the top 50 companies to watch. Now it's time to celebrate with our staff. So this year's party, I think, is going to be one of major celebration. Last year we couldn't do an in-person party, so coming out of the pandemic and everything we've been going through, we're really looking forward to this summer getting together, taking a day to just be with our staff and build back that those in-person relationships. And
my name is Claudia Hamlin. Came here because I needed help getting stronger so I could get my walker in the car and so I could get around better and had the strength to do things. Drove up and found the phone number out on the window, nice and big so I could copy it down. Went home and called up and got an appointment with my prescription, and I was not able to do much. I was in the hospital in February with influenza A and pneumonia and got very, very weak, and then was back in March with another problem, and by the time I get out of there I could do nothing. So I went to Bertram for about 7 weeks and learned to do stairs, but then I needed more, much more. Well, they have really worked hard here to get me stronger, both in the arms and the legs, so that I can get the walker in the car now and I can get around better. Oh, I'm gaining a lot, and I have no worries about COVID because everybody is masked at all times. I've just got mine off for this. They're cleaning everything, and I watch them clean everything, the tables, the equipment, everything. Somebody uses it and they wipe it off, and it's very, very clean, and everybody's being super, super careful. Because as we get older, we're a little more susceptible to things, and they're just being super careful of all of us. And I really appreciate that, and I've been coming quite a while now and have had no trouble whatsoever.
You know, tell me how excited you are about being able to lift that walker and just have strength when you're getting up and out, and what does that mean to your life now? What is this doing for you?
Oh, it makes a big, big difference. Being able to do the walker by myself, to put it in the car, has been a freeing help. It is a heavy walker. When I got here, I could not lift it at all and had no way to make it go in the car. But they have worked with me on techniques and strength so that I can actually lift it up and get it in the car now. And that has been a real plus in my life, to have that extra strength and all that. So my arms are stronger, my legs are stronger, and I know how to do this. I know if it gets caught, I know what to do to get it uncaught. And I'm really pleased that I'm able to do that now on my own.
I first came across ORS because they were recommended by several different people who had experienced injuries in the past, and they just loved it. And for me, it's like on my way home from work, and so I thought, okay, I'll give it a try. And yeah, I'm so glad I did. I guess the biggest thing is that they got me back out on the road again. You know, as a distance runner, I love to run marathons. I love to run long, and you know, I had a problem with my knee, came in here, and a couple months later I'm back on the road. Then I get a thing with my Achilles tendon, so I come back in here. they get me back out on the road. And now I've got another thing with the other knee. So coming back, it was a no-brainer. I would say if you need physical therapy, you need to find an ORS, because this place is going to treat you like family. This place is like home. And the best thing about it is that you're going to get back out there and be able to do the things that you used to do without a problem. It's great.
When I came in here, I was in very bad shape, and I was hesitant. I was paranoid because I dislocated my hip twice. That from the minute I hit the front door, they made me feel comfortable, safe, and everyone is so friendly. They have a very cohesive team. I had a left hip anterior replacement, and I dislocated it. Came home and dislocated it again 2 days later. I was in a brace immobile for 5 weeks. And 3 days after I got out of the brace, I came here. So I was in bad shape. I couldn't do the leg press without lifting my leg with my arms. And then one day, Adrian said, "Look at you, you put your leg up." It's please, it's thank you, let me get that for you. They're helping each other, which makes it a great place to come. And everybody knows your name, everybody says hello, every team player helps each other. They hear a timer go off, and if no one's close, they come over and take care of it. And to me, that's a really important part of a business. And I have to tell you, long ago, over 30 years, my father went to the Page Ave, and he liked it. And my husband went to Page Ave. So when I started looking, and I knew that I needed to come out of the house to get myself around people, to work hard, and I found out you're only 3 miles from my house.
If people are waiting, where to go? You know, the doctor has said physical therapy.
Here. I can't say it enough. It's been a wonderful experience, and I'll be sad to have it done, but happy.
When I came here, I was in pretty rough shape. I had been working with the athletic trainers at Alma College, and he told me that I should probably look at getting some actual physical therapy. So I tore my meniscus, my lateral meniscus in my left knee, had just a routine scope done to clean it up, and it got infected after that. I spent, I think, 5 days in the hospital, and after I got out of the hospital, I couldn't move it was just stuck in the position that I had been laying in the hospital bed in. And it was just painful. I couldn't put weight on it. I couldn't move it at all. I was pretty much just laying in bed all day trying to deal with the pain. My first day here, it was like the first time I had had relief from pain in a while. I worked with Brandon. He did, just stretched me out, helped me get some movement going, and it was the best I had felt in weeks. So right away, that was, that helped pick me up a little bit, because I had been feeling pretty down about the shape that I was in. And then just from there, we kind of hit the ground running, and we made some steady progress, and I worked with Brandon, I worked with Brian, and now I'm working with Brandon and Kevin, and it's been great to see just, little victories along the way, and that's really what helped keep me going. But now we're working, I'm getting more of a workout, and instead of just working on getting movement back, and that's something I look forward to now. I look forward to coming in. I feel better after I come in every time, and I feel like I've accomplished something. And, everyone's a joy to be around here, and we have a good time.
Bo suffered a traumatic brain injury. It was a result of a surgery that he had performed when he was 3, and suffered significant blood loss and went into cardiac arrest, which in turn caused lack of oxygen to the brain. And so Bo was severely impaired and was actually admitted to Life Flight at Mott Children's Hospital. We were there for 2 months, and then he came home and he was in a semi-vegetative state, and they said that that was the best that we were going to get. And Bo and I have worked together as a team since then and made all of our decisions, and having ORS on our side has been huge for Bo, for his progress, for his personality, his independence, everything. He's had some surgeries throughout the years, but he initially had a feeding tube. He was on 9 meds, 3 of them being seizure meds. Bo is completely off all medications. He's independent with his eating and dressing. I mean, everything that they said that he would never be able to do. We have fought tooth and nail, and Bo's motto is determination is my motivation. And this kid is motivated. I'm telling you, he's determined, motivated, but his relationships with the people at orthopedic rehab, I feel that Bo would not be where he is today without their input, their caring, and concern. They have followed him after every surgery. They call, they send messages, they send baskets. You don't find those kind of people very much anymore that will go above and beyond their job to include you as part of their family. And we are so thankful for the opportunity to work with orthopedic rehab specialists and be part of the family.
I was hesitant about doing any type of therapy. I had a doctor tell me I might need surgery, and I needed a second opinion, and that's how I ended up here. The beginning was I was trying to be optimistic about it and open-minded. I didn't see much hope. Just from the pain, a constant I just felt from my shoulder, it radiated down. So with the therapy that was given to my specific needs, we made it through, and a long story put short, I'm back to where I can do what I'm doing and got my strength back. So when I first arrived here, yes, there's options. I tried doing my own thing. Obviously, I wasn't doing the correct forms and movements with the help of all the staff here. Sarah specifically, I think one of my favorite things that really helped me was the Graston. That a lot of people I've heard, it hurts, but that was one thing that just was one of my favorites here because I'd rub it all the time when I was at home. So getting that Graston done here was a milestone just in itself. All the other exercises incorporated with it, the time spent doing exactly what is told of me is key. A lot of people want to take shortcuts. Don't. I wouldn't suggest it. Just write it out and you'll be good. The dry needling, a lot of people shy away from needles. I don't particularly like them, but they are so small that, and you don't even feel it, they're just so tiny. But the point of the dry needling is to break up those fibers and to get things loosened up. And then when you use the piezo, that's just stimulating everything in circulation and getting that flow going. Afterwards, when it's done, it feels like I got a great workout, and that's usually the benefit of it. And everything's loosened up like instantly. That's the awesome part. It gave me my confidence confidence back. I had lost a lot of strength. I had shrunk up, not doing what I was able to do, which is basketball and getting them passes like I wasn't getting them. And we did a lot of therapy for that specific thing, and just getting that strength back and no more pain and dealing with that on a daily basis. Because yes, there's alternatives. There's pain medication out, but that doesn't get to the root problem. I found that out the hard way, and coming here has gave me a whole different outlook in the future. I was wondering how they kept a facility clean like you do here, and about at every station there's a spray bottle with clean cloths. They're wiping things down after it's done immediately. It's not sitting there. Any, like the balls, the ropes, or the TRX, anything that has to do with your physical therapy has been cleaned. The social distancing's been awesome. You're not right on top of people. They're scheduling that in accordance with COVID, to keep social distancing, which really kept me at ease. They care, and they're not just looking to get you in, get you out. If you need extended therapy, they offer that on a prescription, and just all the different things that are available, such as deep tissue massaging as well. Cupping was one of my favorite things that when I came here, believe it or not. A lot of people don't like it because it hurts. It felt good to me to have non-compression, so that felt great. Just everybody in general is just kind-hearted, and they take their time with you. They listen to your needs, and they adjust accordingly. So that's been great.
So I was seeing my primary care doctor through the VA here in Lansing at one of the community-based outpatient clinics, and we started talking about some of the problems I was having with my back, my shoulder, my mid-back, and the solution was, hey, what about the opportunity or the possibility of doing some more physical therapy? And I had done many physical therapy sessions with it when I was active duty, and different stations that I was at, different positions that I was able to get into a physical therapy unit that worked really good and got some relief and got some help through the ailments that my body had over a long military career. So they actually got the community referral because they didn't have a clinic here in Lansing for physical therapy, and I wanted to get that. So they said, we can do this and get this set up, and we found ORS here in the Holt area, and I said, well, that's only about 2-3 miles down from my house, quick and easy to get to, so I'm on board. Let's go. Let me try it. And then the moment that I got here and I started, meeting the team, working with the team, and understanding what their creative solutions were for the problems that were unique to me and what I was having, things from deployments that were just rugged, problems that had happened to my body, and they came up with a great plan, a great set of things that I was able to get involved with, and it was perfect. So I was very thankful that the VA was able to help me set that up and get a referral to ORS. I fell in love with the place after just being here a couple times, my first couple appointments, and I was like, okay. I was set to get another referral, and things got delayed, of course. So luckily, at the beginning of this year, I was able to get that referral to go back in and renew it for some new visits, and I kind of demanded. I said, I've worked with their team before. I've built some rapport with the folks that are there. It's a great facility, and I've had proven results, so I want to go back. And if my referral is going to go, because they kind of put it out there, and then it's like, you have a few options, or they say, well, this one is in line with, how our service plan works, so you're going to go there. I kind of demanded, and I really was adamant about that. Again, just really basing it off of my experience as a disabled veteran. I had some health concerns and some things that going into this pandemic, I had a conversation, I had a review with some of my issues from the past, And once my doctor and I were able to talk about them, the synopsis was I really needed to take this serious, and I really needed to be a little extra careful. And so the fact that once I came here this year, in the midst of all the pandemic and the procedures that are happening, I was very pleased to see that they took it very serious. Everyone was bustling about, making sure to get everything cleaned down and refit with new pieces of cloth or whatever it was that was needed. And you see several stations where all the employees were able to get quick access to cleaning supplies. Everyone had a mask. Everyone was taking it very serious because it is serious. So it was a great deal of peace of mind once I saw that, and I felt a little more comfortable and at home, and I could really focus on what I had to do to kind of heal my body and listen to the training advice and the solutions that they had for me to get some relief from the pain in a safe environment. And so it did. It put me at ease. I was able to talk to my wife about it when I went back home, and now she just came in for her first meeting as well. So, being that we didn't want to threaten ourselves or our family or our children with extra exposure. The fact that ORS had that little extra attention to detail and really wanted to make sure that things were safe and clean, man, it put it all together for me. So it was easy.
I had had 2 major back surgeries. I broke my back twice in a year after my retirement. And then I had problems with my knee, and I had a surgery. It didn't go well, so they did a knee replacement. And so this is why I came, was for the knee replacement. But when I came in here, it was just a different atmosphere. The people here were, I've been to probably 5 or 6 different physical therapy places, and when I walked in the door, I just felt like the first day I was part of the family. Every one of them introduced themselves and even worked on me the first day just so they could get to know me. And right away I knew this was the place that I wanted to be for my physical therapy. I knew it was going to be a painful thing because when I first came here, they had to carry me from the car the first 3 days in here, literally carry me. Couldn't even go in a wheelchair. They had to carry me and hold my leg up. That's how bad it was. And so I went from that within a week to a little bit of movement, and now 6 weeks later I can do just about anything I want to do. It's amazing what they've done in 6 weeks here. But I'm telling you, they worked me at times that I literally had tears in my eyes. But you know what? That's part of the process. You have to push yourself, and that's what they did. But you know what? They're so professional about it. And the thing is, they have got to know you in the beginning, so they kind of take that and they work with that. And so they say, Don, you're doing great. You can push it. You can do this. You can do this. And I just found that every day I loved coming here, to where before in other places I had anxiety about going because of their attitude and how I was treated, and it was more mechanical, do this, do that, or else. So that's really what I liked about this place. Well, what I would say is, if you're looking for a place that you need physical therapy, check this place out, because like I said, I've been to 4 or 5 other physical therapies, and this is a place where their professionalism, their attitude, and their work ethic goes right along with what you need to be healed. And that's what I saw the first week in this place. And it was amazing, the transformation that I made from being carried in here, and 6 weeks later being able to walk out of here on my own and skip and jump and do whatever I want to do. So, you know, take it from me, it's a great place to be. It's a great place to get healed. healed, and that's all I have to say. It's a great physical therapy place.
Choose ORS.
I choose ORS.
Well, the doctor sent me to therapy, and this is where I've been before, and this is the best place to come. I've had hips and knees. I've had 4 hips and 2 knees. Seems like, you get talking to people, it's just like family. Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's really neat. I walked, but I walked really bad. I really had a bad limp. And now I walk almost perfect. I mean, I still limp a little bit when I get tired, but if it wasn't for this place, I'd be a couch potato. The machines and the way they stretch you, they know what they're doing.
Doctor finally come down, he started telling what he did, and I said, "Is she going to live?" He said, "Yes, but she'll never walk again."
And I wondered if it wasn't for this place here.
She gets up in the morning, and that's the main thing she's got to get started with.
It is that I walked around the earth since 2014. I had enough steps. Yeah, I had enough steps to walk around the earth.
That's it?
Yeah. Yeah.
You going for another one?
Yep. Yeah. Well, it's been great for me. Because I know if I didn't come here, because I got friends that they don't need therapy. And I know you need it. And my friends, there's couch potatoes. I'm up walking around. You got to come here and you got to get that done. Oh, they were great. You come in here, they're great. Staff, I've never met a bad person here. They help you get on. I was really worried because I don't know nothing about these machines. But when you get done, they're right there to help you to get to another machine. They're just, I can't say enough. I mean, it's got to be good when doctors come here. Yeah, I've seen doctors that had knee surgery that's been here. Yeah, no, I tell everybody, I'm a good advertisement because they say they got to have it done, a knee or hip, come here. I would say choose ORS.
So I realized that ORS is doing something that I think other providers could learn from or should learn from in the medical community, but in all services that we provide, which is that entrenching yourself in that community first, showing up, being a face and a name and a brand that's values first before you invite someone through your doors is so important, especially when you're a medical provider. I think that when people are managing something in their body, if there's an injury or a sickness or a trauma, that's emotional enough. But when you add to it, having to form brand new relationships and trusting providers to touch your body and talk to you about how you should treat your body, that can be really scary. So what ORS is doing is putting this effort towards having their providers out in the community, meeting people, being a face, showing up at volunteer events, just being available, being around, so that when their patients come in for the first time, they already know those spaces. It's more familiar, it's not as intimidating, and I hope that, as the Meridian Township community, as the Greater Lansing community, that becomes sort of an industry standard, that we're not just for the first time trusting professionals we've never met before when we go in their office, but that we already know them and already know who they are and know what to expect when we walk in.